The Council. This is season 3 of Star Trek Enterprise. We're approaching the end of season 3. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy season. Lots of battling, lots of war. The weapon, the Zindi, and all of those guys. It hasn't really been for me, but many people love this season, and there is a lot to love. And if you want more action and more suspense, then this is definitely a season for you. That's not exactly what I want. I do want suspense, but I want suspense in how to solve problems and new ideas and how we go about figuring this stuff out. Not so much pew pew. I do love Star Wars, but I like Star Wars over here and I like Star Trek over here. And when I want a little bit of Star Wars, I go over here. And when I want a little bit of Star Trek, I go over here. I don't like this. I don't like that circle. You know, I want it to be like Star Wars, Star Trek. As soon as they start to do this and like overlap them, I'm like, no, I don't like that. Some people do. We're going to talk about this episode, though, using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. I'm giving the storyline of this one a 1.5. I do like this storyline. This feels a little bit more Star Trek, where Archer is trying to get the Zindi Council, convince them through evidence and through diplomatic means to say, hey, stop building this weapon, put an end to this. We got to team up. These Guardians, they're crazy. They want us to fight for their means. They built the spheres. They're making the expanse into their world. You're gonna die. We're gonna die. Everyone's gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. We're all gonna die because of this nonsense. So I liked that part of it. I won't spoil it, I guess, if you're watching this and you haven't seen it. A character dies in it, so it's like, ooh, I mean, we knew that was gonna happen. I'll get to the characters momentarily. But I liked the framework of this better. It's like, okay, we're not going to fight. We just want to solve this now. So I almost wish they would have just solved it. Again, if this was 5 or 6 episodes, it would have been a lot cooler, right? But this dragging it out for an entire season, it's just losing steam for me. But for the pacing, I'm going to give it a 1.5 because I like the talking. I like when they're in the room and they're trying to decide. Well, the aquatics aren't sure. The reptilians are pissed. They're like, no, we don't believe you. You've got who else is there? Yeah, the aquatics, who are the like, oh, we're not sure. Like they take forever to decide on things. They weigh the evidence and discuss it. And insect guys are like, yeah, screw you. So I like all of this. To me, that makes it more suspenseful because you're like, oh, what are they going to do? What are they going to say? Right? You got the idea that there's like the humanoid versions and then there's like the ape kind of guys. You understood that, yeah, they're gonna side here, but then it feels like the more removed you are from a humanoid, like from a human, the less you trust. So like, you know, the insects don't trust them. The aquatics are kind of like, yeah, in that center. I like that. So to me, that makes it exciting. So 1.5 for the story, 1.5 for the pacing, 1.5 for the artistry. Everything looks good here. These last few episodes have looked awesome. There's going to be a 2 coming up, and everything's looking good. The weapon looks great. The ships all look cool. Every ship is awesome. The interior of every ship is awesome. The fights are good. I don't want lots of fighting in my Star Trek, but when you get it, it does look good. Everything's falling into place. Really, no problems with the artistry. Characters, I'm going to give it 1.5 because I feel like we're back to what it's supposed to be. Archer's a diplomatic guy trying to solve a problem through his words. We're dealing, again, more with T'Pol and her stuff and Trip and everything. And again, as I said, T'Pol's like, you know, she was going up and then she stepped down a little bit. I don't hate her or anything, but I was always like in a debate, like, is Archer my favorite character? Is Trip my favorite? Yeah. So Trip is for sure my favorite character, unless something really stupid happens with him in season 4. And I've seen this. This is my 3rd time through, so I know nothing stupid happens, though I know something not great happens. But he's definitely my favorite. Phlox is there too. Those are kind of my 2 favorites. So I like all the characters. I'm giving it 1.5. I do like the council members. Degra is cool. They're all interesting in their own ways. They all look cool, especially the reptilians, man. The makeup on the reptilians, wow, that's awesome. That's like award-winning makeup. Like, come on, they look amazing. But yeah, so 1.5 for characters. I'm going to give the enjoyment factor as a 1.5 as well. So I liked this one overall, very positive to this one. Feels like more Star Trek-ish. So there's still a war going on, but they're trying to solve it in a diplomatic way, which is what I like. So 7.5 for this episode. I like this one. If you like my space system, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Star Trek playlist, and let me know what your thoughts are. That's it. Until next time.